Greetings, Hearthstoners. The date is the 23rd of March 2019. My name is Warren Mars, but you will play me online as Durzog. I have toyed with Hearthstone off and on since it began, but have only recently begun to get properly serious. I currently have 1129 cards comprising 266 free, 523 common, 226 rare, 47 epic and 23 legendary. I'm currently at level 20 where I'm winning 50% of my games. I can't go up, I can't go down. I've suffered some very bad luck with my legendary drops, as I will detail. I can't build a tier 1 deck. I don't own any of the great cards, from Journey to Ungoro, Knights of the Frozen Throne and Kobolds and Catacombs. I'm frequently defeated by decks boasting numerous legendaries such as Deathstalker Rexar, Frostlich Jaina, Ysera, Prince Keleseth, Archbishop Benedictus, the Lich King, Fireplume's Heart, the Caverns Below, etc, etc, etc. I've got none of these, god damn it. I've lost count of the number of times that I've had opponents at 1 health only to lose the game after they pull out a miraculous card or 3. Cards that I don't have. Pissed off? Of course I am. I'm not happy, but I'm not going to just sit here and whinge. No, it's all going to change. Today, I fight back. Today, I start my rise. Today, Durzog lays the foundations of the greatness that is to come. So, how exactly am I going to do this, you may ask? Well, the new expansion, Rise of Shadows, is just 2 weeks away. When it hits, all those OP cards from the Year of the Mammoth will be gone, as will Baku and Jen Greymane from Witchwood. Those cards have dominated the meta over the past year, and with their removal comes the opportunity to break in. And break in is what I intend to do. To do this, I need as many of the standard cards as possible. To this end, I've pre-ordered 80 packs for the Rise of Shadows. But I also need the classic set, and the 3 sets from the Year of the Raven as well. Or at least most of them. The other thing I need to do is to improve my skill as a deck builder and pilot. Before I go into pack buying, I want to take you back to what happened when I first played the game. In November 2013, yes, 4.5 years ago, a friend of mine persuaded me to join the Hearthstone beta test, which I did, and I bought the grand quantity of 2 packs, which gave me a golden legendary, Gelban Mechatalk, who was, of course, of no use. I started with the free set and enjoyed the tutorials, but once I began playing against real people, I quickly discovered that without owning a decent slice of the classic set, I was not competitive. As it was the very beginning of the game, I was able to get down to level 16 or 17 before hitting the wall. I think you'll be struggling to do that now. Anyway, I lost all interest in the game at the time when I realised I would have to shell out for at least 100 packs to really play. However, my friend became a whale and bought all the cards, not only for the classic set, but for many of the following expansions. I played against him occasionally, but I was hopelessly outgunned. However, after enjoying the dungeon runs on Kobolds and Catacombs, I decided to show Blizzard some love, so as a thank you I bought 7 Whispers of the Old Gods packs, a welcome bundle of 10 classic packs and classic legendary card, and 7 Witchwood packs. Of course, this was nowhere near enough, and I was still uncompetitive. So I let the standard game slide for a year, and I just played the single player free content. But recently I bought another welcome bundle of 10 classic packs and a classic legendary dragon, which was still not enough, so I bought another 30 classic packs and 15 Rastakhan's Rumble packs. Along the way, I collected numerous free packs from numerous quests, so I guess I must have opened around 100 classic packs all told. This was enough to get me all the classic commons and 2/3 of the classic rares. I crafted the rares that I most needed, but for real flexibility, the fact is you just need them all. More of a problem are the epics. I only have 1/3 of them, which is not enough. It's easy to say, just get the ones you need. The fact is that they are pretty much all useful. And if you want to play all the classes, and who doesn't, you actually do need them all. I'm sure that most players have bemoaned the poor quality of their legendary drops from time to time, and I can understand that they don't like hearing people whinging on about their luck. I understand this, but I would like to show you the luck that I've had with the legendaries, because I believe it's been unusually bad. First ones I got were Gelbin Mechatalk and Tinkmaster Overspark. Then I got a Golden Nat Paggle. For my free legendary dragon, I drew Nozdormu. From buying packs, I then got Deathwing and King Mukla. All of these are either useless or marginal. Not what one would want from the highly expensive and difficult to obtain cream of the game. Fortunately, the packs did eventually drop Prophet Velen and Archmage Antonidas. Phew. Still shit luck overall though. I've got legendaries from other sets too, and they are also mediocre and mostly or entirely not worth playing. I lost my temper after 3 subpar legendary drops in Rastakhan's Rumble when I drew Grifter. What were Blizzard thinking giving that a legendary tag? Sadly, if you depend on packs dropping the legendaries that you want, you're likely to be disappointed unless you buy many hundreds of packs. For the rest of us, the only reliable way is to craft them. Unfortunately, crafting is very expensive and you will only be able to craft a few. Generally by disenchanting unwanted legendaries from sets that have rotated out. Golden legendaries are always a great target for dust, even if they are in a current set. Unless they are a card that you regularly run. Be careful about disenchanting current legendaries though, even if they're useless. The last thing you want to see would be dusting 4 valuable unwanted legendaries only to have one of them come straight back at you. Statistically, this is unlikely, but it would certainly ruin your day if it happened. Blizzard will not give you a legendary that you already have, so if you don't trust your luck, and I certainly don't, it may be safest to keep the unwanted legendaries until they rotate out. Remember, every shit legendary in your collection is one piece of shit that will not drop next time you get a legendary. The only kick-ass legendary in my collection is Baku, and the only reason she is there is because I crafted her after dusting my Golden Nat Paggle. Totally worth it. My next crafted legendary will be Alexstrasza. I want this one next because it is neutral, so I'll be able to use it in many decks And also, her effect is guaranteed, unlike Ysera, who can be removed before her effect can manifest twice. I have some soon to be rotated out legendaries that I'll sacrifice to make her. I will also use the dust that I know my final classic bundle will provide. Now I've looked at my collection, and at the cards that I'm missing, and reached the conclusion that I need as close to all the classic cards as I can realistically get. I know I will not get all the legendaries for a long time, but I will get almost all the rest. Well, maybe not all the epics, but anyway, I'll get what I need, and I'll get them today. I will buy another 40 classic packs, which should give me most of the remaining rares and 12 or so epics after I've crafted a bunch from the dust created by disenchanting all the duplicate commons and rares in the packs. I'll also get Alexstrasza. With a comprehensive classic collection and a reasonable selection from the Year of the Raven, I'll be able to create a bunch of competitive decks that will kick me up to the next level, so that I don't sit on level 20 for the rest of my life, bemoaning my luck and my deck. The other thing I must do, of course, is to improve my playing skill. I've already learned a lot from watching online streamers and world championships. I've studied their decks, listened to their reasoning, and adopted their principles as best I could, and have improved my performance in tavern brawls and arenas as a consequence. I've also used online sites to research what decks are succeeding and what cards are most used. Now, of course, the final piece in the jigsaw puzzle is practice. I intend to get plenty of that playing the ladder with my new decks. We will see whether I can translate all this talk and theory into results. Look out for me in the game.